Welcome back to this mini-series of getting to know Becky from FlexFit with Becky. In this episode, we are going to find out about what FlexFit with Becky platform is all about and her journey through Hyrox. All right, so tell me a bit about FlexFit with Becky. How did it start? What drove you to do that?
So I started FlexFit with Becky around 2020.
Okay.
In lockdown, I don't like getting bored.
No,
I like to be busy. But yeah, it kind of took off because of my experience I'd had earlier on in my life. So I started dancing when I was 3.
Wow.
My whole family are very fitness oriented,
Okay.
so we're always like on walks or running or bike rides and things.
So you didn't have a choice then? You had to do it?
Well, I loved it anyway, so it was fine. But yeah, I was lucky enough to then train as a PE teacher at university and went on to be a professional dancer for a few years.
Wow.
So I was like touring with Europe's #1 Michael Jackson show.
Wow.
And working in loads of different
What an
things.
experience that must have been.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was
yeah.
really, really good. Because of my love of fitness, I set up FlexFit with Becky.
Yep.
And I started doing personal training just because I knew from talking to friends, a lot of them were scared to enter the gym because they didn't know what to do or they thought people were looking at them. So I brought people around to my house, or I would go to their house or a park nearby and train them individually.
Oh, cool.
And I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
And then around like 2020, 2021, my disability arose.
Yeah.
And just sort of gradually progressed. And then I got to this time where I was like, okay, I can't dance now. I didn't know how to go to the gym. I was in this sort of grey area of like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really strange because I had been doing workouts, like in lockdown I was doing like 3 workouts a day and dancing. So it was a very different lifestyle change.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was really hard, but I don't like to give it up.
No.
So I started searching for stuff to do, and that's when I realised like there really wasn't many options. I didn't know completely what I was looking for, but I looked for wheelchair dance, I looked for wheelchair sports. I've always been more of a dance, trampolining and fitness kind of person rather than a team games person.
Sure.
But I tried everything anyway.
Yeah.
But it was, sort of an hour or 2 hours to drive to a match, and at that point my fatigue was quite bad, so it wasn't always doable. And a lot of the wheelchair dance stuff I found was in the middle of the day when I was at work, or it was just for older people. And I went to quite a lot of different things, and I always found like the dance was really slow, and I thought just because I'm sitting down it doesn't mean that I need something super simple. I still wanted to be challenged. I enjoyed the way dance before made me feel like empowered and confident about myself, and then suddenly sitting down doing like 8 counts of claps and some waves for an hour just wasn't fulfilling me at all. No. At that point I kind of switched FlexFit with Becky around as my journey progressed, and I thought I can't be the only person like in this gap with I don't know what works for me. So yeah, I started teaching wheelchair dance and making videos online. For a while I was able to, I did like a standing version and a seated version, people could follow both. I hope now that people can see some of my videos and maybe they want to try dancing, or maybe it gives them hope into what is actually possible. I think for a lot of people there is that like really difficult moment of my life's changed, like what on earth am I going to do? But it does get better.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Like I wouldn't change anything now. I love what I'm doing. Through my journey I've actually been able to do some more professional dance work as a wheelchair dancer.
Oh, fantastic. Going back to a mainstream sort of dance class, that's a big step, right?
I was scared about going back because it's different, but I went back to the same dance school that I'd been with before, and I just said, look, I've been testing this stuff on YouTube, can I just come to a class and see what it's like? And everyone was great and I loved it, and it was really fun. So yeah, I did that for a while, managed to get back on stage and do some performances with them, which was really cool. I like challenging people's perceptions, so when I turn up to other mainstream dance classes, I've had so many weird comments, but I really like being able to change people's minds, and if
prove people wrong.
Yeah, and the more people that see what people in wheelchairs can do, then they have more of an idea. And that's something I like about the fitness space as well, is that I feel like each time I go, if I change one person's mind,
Yeah.
then
Absolutely, because there's this massive unnecessary sort of stigma, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sort of an idea about what's capable and what you may or may not be able to do. So
Yeah.
proving people wrong.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
like.
it's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Yeah. So the dancing and fitness, that's obviously a big part of FlexFit with Becky. What else does the platform offer?
Sure, so on my platform, FlexFit with Becky, I use various social media, mostly TikTok at the moment,
Okay.
but a bit of Instagram, a bit of YouTube, occasionally Facebook.
Yep.
So yeah, I try to put out content that I couldn't find before, so things like dance routines or adapting viral TikTok dances to seated versions.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I just think if I enjoyed adapting stuff, and
Yeah.
if other people want to get involved but they don't know how to adapt it, then why not start like another version of
Yeah,
that?
sure.
A few fitness workouts, that people can join with at home. Also some wheelchair skills that I use in dance. So at the moment my favourite is like wheeling backwards and spinning without using my hands.
Yeah, okay.
So I've done like a tutorial on that.
Can we talk a bit about Hyrox?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's awesome. Did you just see it and go, yeah, I need to do that, or?
Yeah, so a lot of people in my gym were doing various fitness competitions, and when I looked into them, none of them had an adaptive option, and some said, sorry, you can't participate, and some said you can participate but your score won't count, and I like winning, so what's the point in that?
They were saying your score wouldn't count?
Yeah, so you're basically disqualified.
Because you're...
Yeah,
Right, okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
Hyrox came about and people at the gym were like, yeah, I've booked on to the next one. And I was like, what is this? So that was probably less than a year and a half ago, actually. I didn't even know what it was.
Right.
But it's really fun.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They've got loads of different adaptive categories. Yeah, the atmosphere is really good though, and like being in that start tunnel and you've got like the countdown and you've got the crowds around.
Sure.
It's really good.
Yeah, okay. So how does Hyrox even work? I mean, I haven't done it, so I have no idea. But for yourself and when you're competing with a certain category that you're in, how do you win? How do you do that?
So in short, Hyrox has got 8 fitness stations, usually in the middle, and then you've got a lap around the outside. So you've got a 1 kilometre run, and then you do station 1, another kilometre run, do station 2, and it continues.
Wow.
The goal is obviously to complete the course as fast as possible.
Yeah.
They've got various categories for different disabilities and different criteria for each of those categories.
Okay.
While the mainstream women are racing, they'll put like 1 wheelchair user in that race, and then later on they'll do another one, so all the wheelchairs aren't racing at the same time.
Okay.
Just because of, I assume they're like set up of the stations and things like
Carnage.
that. But yeah, in terms of like scoring and placement and winning and stuff, even though if you're in a wheelchair or you're in a different disability category, even though you're in the same wave as the mainstream athletes, your score only counts against people in the same category as you.
Yeah, fine.
So my time would be compared to other people in my category, and same for somebody else with a different disability. So what I do like about Hyrox is that wherever you go around the country or in other countries, the race is always the same, so you've always got the run
consistency.
and you've got the station. So I guess that takes away some of the fear of like, what's it going to be like?
Sure.
Every course is slightly different, but at least you know what the weight is going to be or what the distance is.
Okay. Are you a Hyrox champion? Have you got on?
No,
You're a champion.
I've done 3 races so far.
Yeah.
So I've come first in all 3 of them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're going to call you a Hyrox champion then. I think that's fair.
know.
I think that's fair. We'll do that. Yeah.
So last season I got invited to World Championships.
Wow.
Unfortunately I couldn't go, but it was nice to be invited.
Yeah, incredible. And where was that?
Yeah, it was in Chicago.
Oh, okay. That would be so cool.
I know.
Yeah.
The season's just finished, so I finished, I believe, 4th in the world this season.
Wow, 4th in the world.
Yeah.
Wow. Considering really you haven't been doing it that long, have you?
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Thank you.
Well done. Coming to the end of the season, you're I assume there's no relaxing. You're just going to keep on going. Are you going to keep on pushing and trying to do better next year? Is that the goal?
Yeah, definitely. I like pushing myself and challenging myself and getting stronger and faster and stuff. So yeah, I get bored easily. So if I'm bored for a weekend, I'll be like, oh, what fitness events are on? I'm going to sign up to that.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I really enjoy Hyrox. So I definitely want to compete in more competitions for that. So I'm going to keep training at the gym, keep working on my cardio fitness. I think my row was stronger this time, but I know that my ski erg could be better.
And we can follow your progress, can we?
Yeah, so I'm going to
you post about that, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to keep posting on social media. Hopefully that inspires other people as well, because I know as the adaptive categories grow, there has been a lot more posting on social media, particularly this year rather than last year. So I'm hoping as that grows, more people will start to know about it. And I think it's another option, like where I said before that the options were kind of limited for disability sport. And what I really like about this one is anyone can do it, and all the people in mainstream sport that maybe don't always see wheelchair users actually competing and stuff unless the Paralympics is on.
Yeah.
Actually they can go like, oh, like I didn't even know people could do that. No. And it kind of, again, challenges those stereotypes and hopefully changes perspectives as well.
Well, thank you very much. We're certainly going to follow you with interest. That's all for today's video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We've loved having you here, and thank you very much for coming to see us to get your brand new chair.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely welcome. And if you would like any further information on the Key Mobility Rogue, which is Becky's new chair, we will leave a link in the description. If you would like any further questions about active manual chairs, or indeed about Becky and any of the exercises and the courses that she runs, then please get in touch with us, or we'll also leave a link for your social media pages in the description as well, so you can contact Becky directly as well. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.